anyways, we're out and we are doing straw now. And as the day goes on, sorry, I keep up my hand in front of the camera. As the day goes on, like I said, it is a busy day. So we got our oats and peas done this morning. We got back home. I sent one of the guys, Adrian, over to start doing the custom job. The customer wanted us over there around 4:30, so his hay could get nice and dry. We're into the later part of the year. We got heavier dews, shorter days are starting. The humidity's in the air, so getting dry second cut hay is getting a lot harder. So anyways, I got back home. I jumped out of one tractor. I jumped in another tractor. I'm now into the Fendt 724. I got the Massey Hesston 2270 behind me, which is our large 3x4 baler. We're out in a 300-acre straw field, not too far away from us. The combine, we're out chasing the combine. He's out harvesting in front of us, and this is getting us, I'll flip the camera again, this is getting us some beautiful, beautiful, beautiful straw. We're pumping out 900-pound bales. They're coming out between 9 and 11% moisture. You can see over in the distance, they're over there. They're running a grain buggy behind a tractor, and the combine there, they're unloading right out of the combine. Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit here. They're running a John Deere combine in this field, which does pump out some pretty nice straw. This particular farm is ran by a father and a son, and actually the daughter is running the grain buggy today, which I think is pretty cool. I love when women participate in agriculture. I think it's awesome. Anyway, so we are we're baling out some stuff over here. I'm going to turn around here and hit a different windrow. When I turn around, you're going to see kind of what's going on in front of me. I love when there's lots of machinery in the field. That's always really exciting for me. So I got my two guys that were loading in the field there earlier. Actually, they're one of the same guys, and one guy's a different guy. He was back washing and cleaning some equipment in the yard. And then the other guy who was in the field earlier is out in the baler. So I got one different guy and one of the same guys that was loading the oats and peas earlier. Over here, you can see in front of me, and they are loading wagons full of straw. We're pulling them right off the field. They are calling for some rain tomorrow, so I would really like to get this straw off the field as soon as possible. So I got two of my Fendt tractors and four of my wagons in the field over here. They're loading, and then if you see up in front of me here, we got a grain truck there. They're taking the grain buggy up there, and they are loading that truck. We got a tractor over beside us here, or behind us, and they are buggy and a combine out there behind me. And then we got the baler and this tractor with me in it over here. I just like that stuff. I don't know. I think it's pretty cool to be out here and have all these machines and all this equipment kind of working together, getting this harvest done. And we're all neighbors and we're all helping each other. And to me, that's what farming's all about. Helping each other out, working with your neighbors. Not everybody has to own every single piece of equipment in order to get everything done. We can all find our little niches in this ag industry and do what we're all good at and do it really well. So anyways, this is the first time I've done straw with this baler. I just put this baler on the road this year. So this is the first time that it's seen straw, and I was a little bit nervous. The main reason why I put this Massey Hesston 2270, the 3x4 baler on the road, was because out of my 3x3 baler, when it came to straw, I just was not getting enough weight out of those bales. And a lot of my straw does get sold south of the border down to America. I have a lot of people that I deal with in Pennsylvania, New York, Illinois, Indiana, Eastern Seaboard, Northern states. Some of it goes as far as Minnesota. Some of it goes as far as British Columbia, even on hay and straw. But anyways, we got straw, and I find, especially when you put it on a truck, what a lot of my American customers really care about is price per ton delivered. Now, I can't control pricing on trucking. Right now, it's a little bit cheaper. Last year, it was really expensive. So I can't control trucking prices, but I do work with some great trucking partners that go south, and they do the best that they can, especially, you know, if you're good to them, they're really good to you. But what I can control is I can try and max out those loads on my straw. And So that means getting the bales as heavy as possible, as good as possible, so that when you put them on a truck, most trucks are kind of rated at about 22 tons. That's imperial tons, not metric tons. Most of them are rated around 22 tons, and getting as close to those 22 tons on straw is extremely important, because you know, they're looking at the overall bill of trucking that straw into them. They're looking at what that cost is per pound delivered. They don't care that, you know, myself, I'm not making a single dollar on the trucking, and I still got to coordinate it. I got to deal with customs. I have to pay extra fees every year in order to have a customs bond. I'm not complaining. It's just the reality of the situation, right? So we got to deal with that, and that's fine. That's just the business that we're in. And but from their side of things, and I get it, because I buy stuff, I'm a customer, you're a customer, we're all customers, so they don't look at just my price of my straw, they don't look at the trucking separately, they combine those two things, and then they got a number in their head, depending on what the year is, what the season is, what the market pressures are, and they got a number in their head, and that number needs to reflect what the market value is on price per tons delivered. So that's why we went over to this 3x4 baler, because we can get more pounds on a truck. We can get more tons on a truck, and then get that tons shipped to them for a cheaper price and the bottom dollar. So anyways, I'm impressed. My point is here is this is a high density baler. It is not a extra density baler, but it is a high density baler. I got the sucker cranked right down on my load. I'm pumping out like 2,600 PSI into the baler chamber. I'm sitting there at a load rate of about 270, which is insane as far as I'm concerned. It's just not pressures that I'm used to. Anyways, and it's pumping out, I'm getting 950 pound bales on this baler. And that's going to put me in the running on being able to get this straw to customers for a better rate. Because we, instead of getting, say, 14 tons on a truck, we can get a lot closer to 22 tons on a truck right now, which is just going to make everybody happy, myself included, the end user. Anyway, so I'm impressed with this baler. It's the first time I ran it on straw. I was worried, I was nervous, and it's doing what I want it to do, which is awesome. All right, so we're just getting our first couple of loads are leaving the field now, which is awesome. So the way that we do this here is basically I got two guys that are going to haul. One of the guys will stay back at the storage barn, and he will unload everything with the Manitou that we have, which is an awesome little machine that we put on this spring that just changes the game. A guy will kind of haul back and forth, and I'll leave one tractor here to the field that will just make stacks. And then when the empty wagons show back up, it's boom, 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 boom. Stacks get put back onto the wagons, and the wagons go back, they get unloaded. This three-man system that we have, we used to do it differently sometimes, where we'd have it that I'd just leave a guy at the barn, but we always found the wagons never came back fast enough to justify that fourth guy that just stayed at the barn. So with this three-man system of hauling bales off the field, whether it's straw, hay, whatever, it doesn't seem to matter. If they get ahead and the guy at the barn is faster or whatever, he'll head back to the field and he'll haul his own loads back, and then we'll switch with the guy that hauls back, and we'll just keep the wagon just going back, forth, unload them. The key is having a guy at the barn that knows how to run that Manitou, that can get stuff off in the barn, nice tight stacks in the barn, go as high as possible, straight as possible, so we can maximize our capacity in the barn. This three-man system that we use is just absolutely amazing, and it's just a great way to do things. It's the most efficient way that we seem to have it going. The plan is, and we're still working on it, with this COVID stuff that's come up, credits tightened up a little bit, but we want to build a nice big barn this fall. We were going to try and do it this spring, but everything kind of changed. We'll get a nice big barn this fall or next spring. It'll give us about a 10,000 bale capacity, which will be awesome, considering that I used to do round bales when we first started out in the very beginning. We did 4x5 round bales of straw. We'd stack them outside, and we put them on tarps. The tarps would blow off all winter. I remember the one year bringing in round bales of straw into the barn. trying to bed the cattle with them, and them literally being blocks of ice because the straw doesn't store well outside in round bales. The water got inside them and they froze. It was the absolute worst experience ever trying to bed cattle. And this is the straw that I had, and I had like 300, 400 of these 4x5 round bales of straw that we had stored outside. The tarps had blown off, the weather had come in, they got a few big rains on them, and it was just the worst thing that you could ever imagine. But you know, thinking back from those days to where we are now running some of this equipment that we run now, I don't have any more money than I used to then. I just got bigger payments, but it's definitely a lot more fun farming, running some of this equipment, having a little bit of storage space, working with a few neighbors in order to get some barn space to put hay and straw in. It's just a whole different game, and it just makes doing what we do in the farming just that much better. You know, you don't deal with frozen bales anymore most of the time anyway, so I'm a fan of this definitely a lot more. This straw is coming up good. Not to jinx things, this is kind of the rule me and JJ both have, is we never say things are going well. Because the minute that you're like, oh yeah, the baler's running good, boom, all of a sudden something catastrophic happens. It takes you an hour or two to fix it. You're out there cursing and swearing, covered in dirt and dust, and trying to get a nodder back together, or trying to call for a service call because you don't have the parts that you have. So I'm not going to sit here and tell you how great everything's going. That's not ever going to come out of my mouth. But it's definitely not the worst that we've had thus far. But I'm not going to jinx it. I'm not going to jinx it. That's just bad luck, and we live by those rules, and we take them very, very seriously. That we never jinx stuff by talking about how awesome things are going. Field, it's edging on. I don't even know what time it is. It's I think just around 8:30 at night, and we got about 3.5 windrows to go. The combine's packing it in. The sun has gone, as you can see over here. The sun has started to go down behind the trees, and the moisture started to jump up a bit. So his grain's going to be a bit more moist, and the straw is starting to jump a little bit. I'm going to push these last few windrows. I haven't seen too much of a jump yet, but I don't want to have straw that's going to go bad in the shed either. So both of us have agreed to pack it in for the night, which is great. I think I might send one of the guys back with the baler, and I might jump in with the loading tractors and start collecting bales and loading wagons. I'm not going to toot horns here, but I'm a little bit faster than a couple of these guys, and they've been working since 8 o'clock this morning, so they've already put in a 12 or 13 hour day. Some of them are a little bit younger, so try to be kind when I can that way. I can still pull a 20-hour day and live. Not that these guys can't, but I don't expect them to do it all the time either. We're this is the first of the straw season, and we got a long 2 to 3 weeks ahead of us to pack through it all. So we'll do what we can do here to not make it too bad. Tomorrow is Sunday, and I do have to try and pull up some of my own hay tomorrow if it doesn't get rained on. So anyways, yeah, we didn't do too bad. We're going to end up with probably just over 300 bales in about, I don't know, 2.5 hours, something like that we've actually been in this field. My wife did show up with some field pizza. We had a little bit of pizza, let the combine get ahead of me a little bit. Had some pizza, had some pop. The guys were good, they got fed. So it keeps everybody a little bit more happy.
So I just got to the field here. It's a big 290 acre straw field. Ken just took the truck back. He's going to help stack in the barn. Both wagons are at the farm right now getting unloaded. So I'm just going to take this time in the field and just start making piles of bales if I can find them. It's quite dark out here right now. Hopefully I don't miss any. These bales are about 900 pounds each. So right there, I stack 3 on top of each other. Put it into perspective, there's 2,700 pounds on the front of the tractor I'm about to pick up. Just like that. So when I'm carrying bales, especially at night, when you're out collecting them in the field, even during the day I'll do this. When I got a stack of 3 like this on here, I like to drive backwards to whatever destination I'm heading to, whether it's the stack or the wagon or whatever it might be. It's way easier to see because obviously you can't see anything out the front. It just helps you avoid any accidents that might happen in the field. It's also safer, let's say if a bale were to break while we're carrying them, we wouldn't run it over because we are traveling pretty fast because we're trying to do it fast and efficient. You'll hear us say that word quite often. Everything's about efficiencies. So it's a big safety thing and efficiency at the same time. I think we'll make it in bed before 1 a.m.
Yeah, it's about midnight. We just pulled in with the last load of straw. Wow, there's a few bales on the field, but we're gonna call it last load of straw for today.
What Norton Farms get done today?
We got we did a field of well, we tedded out about 40 acres of hay that we got sitting down on the ground, and see if we can get that picked up tomorrow and baled before it rains. I don't have a lot of faith in that one. Then we baled 26 acres of oats and peas. Then we went and baled 86 acres of straw and hauled it back and put most of it in the shed.
Did you rake that oats and peas too?
Yeah, we raked it. So we tedded the hay, we raked the oats and peas, we baled the oats and peas, we hauled the oats and peas, and then we wrapped the oats and peas. So that was 100 bales of that got wrapped. So basically, and we cut it yesterday, so it was A to B, or A to Z, I guess you'd say. And then we went on and we did another 86 acres of straw. So I'd say a productive day. So
300 bales.
Yeah, so that's
not including the baleage bales. 400 bales.
400 bales today. 400 bales from starting to go. So yeah.
You're making me look bad. I just put up a guy's feed for the year. That's all I did.
So
it helped you out with the wrapping and picking up the bales.
Yeah.
Not a bad day.
Yeah. I'd say productive.
Anyway, guys are all gone home for the day. Can't push them too hard, so Ken and I finished up.
Yeah. JJ came out and helped me tonight. Huge help. As you saw probably in the last video, we loaded up an entire load between the two of us in 5 minutes 40 seconds. So I'm going to leave that as a challenge for the guys that work for us to try and beat that one. When they do, then I can start sitting in front of the computer more often.
Anyway, that's it for the day. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. We'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.